NordVPN.com/Fightful. Now you get 4 months free. That's not enough for you? How about changing your virtual location with just one click? That's not enough for you? How about it works on all your devices? That's not enough for you? How about a 30-day money-back guarantee? Is that still not enough for you? How about that online threat protection? Block online trackers, hackers, annoying pop-up ads, malware. Browse securely on that unsecured Wi-Fi when you're traveling, when you're at the hotel, when you're at the airport, any of that stuff. NordVPN.com/Fightful, the fastest VPN in the world. You can subscribe to overseas services, get pay-per-views much more affordably than here in the States or wherever you are, really. NordVPN.com/Fightful. 4 free months, 30-day money-back guarantee. Head over there. Check it out.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, here with a name you know, even though you got to say it out loud. It's Jake something. How you doing?
You know when people say, "Who's the man?"
Yeah.
It's like almost rhetorical, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, first off, I just, listen, if I interviewed you and didn't ask about your simp army on Twitter, I know you see it. I know you see it.
My influence is growing. One day I will take over the world with it.
How do you feel about all the thirst tweets you get? It's a lot.
You know that gif of, I can't remember his name, where he's like, I'm very aware of my effect on women.
Yes.
My whole life, brother. No, I'm just messing.
I mean, it gets, like, I tweeted one picture of you earlier, and they're like, you know what audience to cater to.
Yeah.
Like we got plenty of that. But since the last time I spoke with you, I mean, so much has changed. You've left Impact Wrestling. You've been doing all kinds of cool stuff around the world. We're here at Black Label Pro right now. Yeah. How are you feeling being out of the auspices of Impact?
I mean, it's awesome. I loved Impact. It was really cool, but you know, it was time. Like, and I didn't. You know, the very generic thing where everyone says, "Oh, you got to bet on yourself and see what else is out there." I mean, that's just essentially what I did, and it's been very fruitful since I've left. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep seeing what happens, and I got a lot of maybes in the future. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Any of those you can tell us about?
None of them I can tell. I've had a very busy last week or two, and the only thing I can even tell is that I was at New Japan like a day ago or whatever.
How has that been? I'm gonna assume the answer to the following question is Rocky Romero, because it always is. How'd you end up there? It's almost always Rocky Romero.
Yeah, and I don't even know all the inner workings, so I don't even know like if I'm allowed to say who does what or whatever. Sure. But I had a decent amount of people like put my name in the mix for New Japan, and it was actually my like last day at Impact. My match against Trey, which is one of my favorite matches. I was excited for the match, and I did the match, and then I was like nervous. I'm like, shoot, I'm not gonna have a job, you know, This is scary. So I was like, oh well, here it goes. And like as I was saying bye to everybody, I was saying bye to like Jonah and Jay White and stuff, and Jay was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna try to get you on New Japan Strong." I'm like, "Oh cool, thanks." You know, sometimes people just say that kind of stuff. Sure. He goes, "No," and then he like just put on his phone and text Rocky right there. Like,
that's incredible.
Shit, thanks, bro. But again, I had like Josh Alexander was like, he's awesome, and he put my name out there a lot, and there's a few others too. But yeah, and then maybe a month or two after that, me and Rocky got in touch again, and it kind of was off to the races.
And one of the things I like is that your style fits in perfectly there, but so many styles fit in perfectly there, and you're different enough to where nobody there is like you either.
Right? Yeah. No, that place is awesome. I love it, and inside the ring, outside the ring, in the locker room, everything just feels good. And you're right, it's like a melting pot. There's lots of stuff going on, and it's almost like everyone can stand out, it's unique. It's
a great amalgamation. I always said that New Japan Strong the last couple of years is what I thought NXT was going to be, where it's like developing talent, established talent, and then, oh wait, here's Jake something who you've seen on Impact forever. Yeah. Oh, here's Jon Moxley just showing up as well, and that's sort of what they've done with NXT now. Like Kevin Owens is popping up there, but they've got a lot of younger talent too. I think it's like this really great thing, and New Japan was like forced into a brand split because of the pandemic.
Yes.
So it's worked out really well. You've also popped up on AEW.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
I mean, I just shot some emails, you know. I did the same thing I've been doing my whole career. Is if I wanted something to happen, I put myself in those situations. I jumped in every car I could. I sent every email I could, you know. Even when I got started with Impact, it was literally there was an open seat in a car, and I drove 17 hours to Florida, and I didn't have anything booked, but then I was in a match with Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby Lashley grabbed my arm and was like, hey, let's sign him, you know? So it's just like, you know, you got to make opportunities for yourself, and that's just what I try to do.
Is there anybody you want to bury, like maybe Rohit Raju?
Yeah,
I think
Rohit Raju. I was going to say that before you said that.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's just bad. There's a really funny thing. You'll probably see him tweet about it every now and then, but literally every single...
I hear he hits children.
Yeah, every time we go anywhere, he hits children, is what I was going to say. No, we go out to eat. We go to fast food, restaurant, sit in, doesn't matter. He's like very particular. He does not want cheese on. He's not allergic to cheese. And he eats cheese. He just doesn't want it on food items like a burger because he's insane. So he's very particular, and he asks, and they always put cheese on it anyways. I've never seen anything like it. It happens every single time, and he loses his mind. It's awesome. It's my favorite thing.
We were talking.
We went out to eat earlier. We just like stopped at a Hardee's or something, and he got like a breakfast burrito, which requires cheese, and this fool says, no.
You know they're pre-made.
Oh,
you know they're pre-made.
He says no cheese. It's just, yeah, absolutely. And I'm just sitting down and eating. All of a sudden you hear like minutes go by. She goes, oh shoot, I forgot to say no cheese. And I'm like, no way. It's only him. It never happens to anybody else.
I hope they put cheese on his protein bars, especially the ones he's eating right now.
I sneak in behind, and I'm like, no, he really likes cheese. He wants a test. It's a test. You have to do it.
We were talking on air or off air about like all-time worst people in wrestling, and he's definitely one of them. I mean, he was picking on poor little Jordan Grace, and we just we saw him beating up a little girl who was doing her makeup, like just all these things that he does, and it's
His monster really is a good word.
But I mean, having a good person like you balances that out in his life, right?
I'm the great balance to all things.
Yes, indeed. So, I mean, AEW, how was that experience for you working there?
It was cool, man. It was cool.
I was hoping you'd be like, it sucked.
No,
I ain't going back.
It was cool because, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter where you've been. Eventually, you're going to step into a new area, and you don't, even if, like, I've been around pretty much that whole locker room anyways, right? But it's still it's their area, right? But so when I walked in, I was like, you don't know what you're gonna get. But when I walked in, everyone showed me a lot of respect and stuff. It was very cool, and there was a lot of people that were like super welcoming and inviting, and I have a lot of friends there, so it was really cool, you know. It felt good. I think out of all the places I've been so far, though, like Impact felt like a home, but New Japan right now seems like a good fit. Like everything feels really good there. So.
And I assume that you ended things on an amicable note with Impact.
No, it was awesome. It wasn't like they didn't offer me a deal. You know, they did, but it was just like, and you know, you got to see what else is out there. Sure. You know, because if not, then 20 years go down, and you're like, shoot, what if? And I don't ever want to do what if.
And how did you feel the first time that the Jake and Cody characters were pitched? I mean, we had seen Cody Deaner in the past, obviously, and he's been on the indies forever, and he's still putting in work, doing producing work there as well. Yeah. How did you feel about that the first time that was pitched to you?
Oh, I mean, it was cool, especially. I mean, it was a foot in the door, and I'm like, hell yeah, you know, let's get it. And I was like, you know, I know eventually I'll be me anyways. It don't matter what it is, but it happened like quick in the way it was pitched. It was like, hey, we think we kind of want to see what you guys look like together. Just get something together. And it was like a couple days before the show. So I went to the show, and we literally just like went to a thrift shop, and I grabbed like jeans and a vest or something like that. It was in Canada. I don't remember what London maybe. And I spent like $7 on this get up. And then we were just going to take pictures. And then we ended up having a match actually against Rohit and what was your partner's name? He's over there. Gersender.
There you go.
Hey, what's this,
Rohan Raja?
Rohit Raju, I think.
Yeah, that's his name. But yeah, and then we had like the opening match of the show. It was hot, everything worked, and then ever since then it kind of just went. And then that I'll leave that part out.
Oh, what?
I bought my vest and stuff for like $7,
yeah.
And then I added some things to it, and then I sold it.
Oh, of course.
Like
that's
a lot more.
That's the jam. That's what you do. I mean, I saw Impact do that with like they sell broken tables, like shoe soles that had fallen off.
I just didn't want the guy that bought it to be like, what the hell?
It's valuable.
But I put my hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Your literal DNA is on that.
My DNA's in that. People pay good money for that.
Listen, hire Gil Grissom, extract his DNA, clone the man, maybe. Mm-hmm. Look, you can do a lot of things. Mm-hmm. You can do a lot of things. Good return on investment. Jake, tell the people where they can follow you on social media.
@JakeSomething_.
Give him a follow if you don't already. Till next time, guys, we're out.